Here we have a 1963 Studebaker Avanti in excellent condition. It has had one repaint, original color, but it's a repaint, as you can see from the reflection. It's a nice clean repaint. All the chrome is good. Nice shiny chrome. Coming around the side of the car. Passenger side. Around to the trunk. All right, let's do a quick look underneath. Just gonna stick the camera under to show you the frame. No rust on the frame. You can see the metal's in very good condition. Body mounts are all good, no visible rust. Turn the camera towards the front. Okay. All right, coming back up, let's take a look at the interior. So this does have recently redone interior, beige color. So this is basically like new material on the seats. I do see one slight blemish here on the driver's seat. It's not cracked. There's no crack. It's just a blemish there. There are no visible cracks in the upholstery. All right, I'm gonna move in and sit here. Well, let me just show you first. The has the Avanti floor mats. All right, and let me just sit in, show you the dash. There are no visible cracks in the dash. All right, all along the dash there, I don't see any visible cracks. Here's your instrument cluster. The odometer does not work, so that's not the true mileage. Unsure of the true mileage. However, you can see the vehicle's in excellent condition. The tenths number, the white, turns. That fully goes through, but it just never advances any of the black numbers. And so two thoughts on that. It's basically declared as it is what it is, or could repair it and then still the number wouldn't be correct anyway. So that's kind of is what it is. Anyway, all the gauges here. All right. It does have an aftermarket AC. I'll show you that once we get into the engine compartment. The aftermarket AC does work. It was recently installed, AC and heat. The radio does work. Here are your center console gauges. Okay, let's go ahead and start it. Starts right up, no issues there. As you can see, it's a cold start. RPM gauge works. Fuel and oil pressure. Vacuum is not moving, so we're going to assume that is not operational, the vacuum gauge. As far as I know, the temperature gauge does work. That should come up the temperature. I'll try to remember to get back in this in a few minutes and take a look. The amp gauge, I'm not 100% sure that's working because it's not moving as I bring the throttle up. So Not 100% sure if the clock is working, so that's about 2:35. We'll check that in a few minutes to see too. The radio does work. Alright, so operational radio. Okay. Alright, let's look under the hood. Pop the hood. Is not supercharged. It's a standard engine. It does have a relatively new battery. Unique battery there for the Avanti. Relatively clean engine bay. Move around to the other side. See the aftermarket AC compressor and lines, so it does have air conditioning and heat. Looks like a relatively new alternator. Alright, move around to the trunk. Let's just take a look. It's got the dual exhaust. I think the trunk is open. Yeah, the trunk is open. Clean trunk. Okay, come back around and recheck these gauges. Okay, as you can see, the water temp has come up. So the temperature gauge is working, and if I'm not mistaken, I said 2:35 and it looks about 2:40 on the clock. I know for these Avantis the clock is kind of a big deal. It does appear to me that the clock is advancing. I'm not 100% sure on that. You can be the judge if you want to look back through the video and compare to before. Like I said, the pressure gauge I don't think works. The horn does work. And that's it for this 1963 Avanti. Drives just fine. No issues.